Hi folks, Rick here. Welcome to my channel. Alright, just got done racing the Extreme Redneck Run. Pretty good day, although I really had a bad race. Ended up with a get-off today that didn't do all that well. Right off the start, got a bad start. The starting line was just super dusty, so dealt with that. I got it in the woods. I'm not even sure if I made it a mile, and there was this little tricky back and forth off camber section thing, and something in there I hit threw me up. I smacked a tree and ended up face down some weeds. I don't know what happened there. One second I'm driving, the next minute I'm eating dirt. And yeah, it was pretty bad. I thought I was dead. Just couldn't breathe. My back was killing me so bad. I couldn't see anything there and just sat there. So I'm not sure if my bike was on top of me. I don't know what actually happened there. Someone pulled it off. I really appreciate that. Certainly appreciate everyone to stop, make sure I was all right. But yeah, it was a 50-50 chance of getting up off of that one. I made it on my back after a bit, and so that felt a lot better. And then I had a tree right in front of me, so I was able to use that to get up with, and then stood up a bit, and was able to get back on my bike. And it was unfortunate there. Again, shout out to all those who were just checking on me, but I also apologize for everyone I held up on that lap. Both me and my bike were probably in the worst spots you could pick, and just massive bottleneck. And so that's aggravating on the first lap, and there just wasn't anything I could do about it. I couldn't move, I couldn't get up, I didn't even know what the heck was going on. So I did get up, and oh man, I feel pretty good. And so I got back on the bike and started riding. I rode a little bit up to a flat spot to check it out, make sure I didn't have something bent or broke. I can't see anything wrong. I haven't spent much time looking at it, but I did ride it and kept going. I got in 3 laps. I should have just went right back to my truck, but I was there, so I decided to ride. Did as best I can, but every lap that went by, it was just more and more agony. My back started really hurting. And something there, I'm not sure if my bike landed on my ankle or what, but something really smashed my ankle really bad, and it just started pounding after a while. I don't think anything's broken in it, but I would say 50-50 at best. It's just, like that already, and it's just black and blue already. And, I went to get some gas. I almost, done a header when I put my weight on. So there might be something fractured in there as well. My back is all goofed up. I gotta get home and get on some back medicine. But yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with the bike. It was a fun day overall. Track was kind of rough. Had some fun spots. Unfortunately, a lot of off camber, which I don't like to start with. And when my back was all whacked out, that didn't help. I didn't really have any problems outside of taking a header in the dirt there. I had a good race. I didn't have any issues. Just rode as best I could. By the time I got back up and I got on the bike, it was maybe, I don't know, a half a mile, and the leaders were already coming around me. That's how long it took for me to get up and get going there. So I was basically out of the race at that time. I came through. I think there was 5 of us in class. I came through at 5th, and I think I stayed 5th the whole time. I wasn't going to gain anything. I should have never stayed out there, but I was already there. You got adrenaline running, and next thing you know, you're out there riding, giving her hell again. So that's how the day went. Live to fight another day, and yeah, I'm going to go home and get on some ice. Hopefully the video will turn out. I'll see. Hopefully I'll get to see what the heck actually happened there. I do know what I hit. I knew it before I was, right when you got to that spot, I knew, holy crap, this is going to not end well, and it didn't. But I don't know if I flipped over, if I flew off and the bike, stayed upright, which they tend to do, but something landed on me. And I don't know if something hit my back as well, but man, it's killing me as well. So anyway, enjoy the video, and again, shout out to those who stopped to check on me and help me out. Thanks. All right, folks. Well, this is the extreme cross-country redneck run. So it's been pretty dry. This track normally isn't very dusty, and it's only got a couple of bad spots. You can see there at the top of the track. That's the worst of it. And I get a bad start, and we get in here, and you know, I just can't see anything there. Me and a couple other guys roll off to the right, just try to get out of the dust. So it's pretty bad, but yeah, not a very good start. You can see it's just choking bad right there. There comes somebody out of there. They're just hoping they don't get hit. But yeah, we're all just sitting back here. But this is, it's fairly short-lived. I can't complain too much, but there is some other dusty spots. But most of the field sections are actually grass. But yeah, as I get going, it's not too much farther up here, and I take a header. That pretty much does it for the race, and so that'll probably make the video a little slower than normal after that. I just, you know, went downhill after this, but here you can see it. It's really dusty. This is probably the worst section. I'm just trying to work my way through things here. Hopefully try to stay ahead of the gang that's kind of come up behind me here, but it's pretty dusty. Opens up here a little bit, and we'll get down in some trees. There's a few sections there in the woods that get really powdery, and so if someone gets right in front of you, it's a little bit difficult to see, but other than that, you know, it's not too bad. So people are coming up right over there to the right. It's about where I crash out, I think. But yeah, just kind of going down here. It's pretty hard to see in this area. It's also leaning quite a bit to the left in a lot of these sections. You can see how high the berm is, and so just kind of making my way through here. Kind of lost sight of everybody, trying to see where you know, folks are going there. Just hopefully trying to make some headway for the group behind me catches me. But we had a pretty good group on there. I think we were Senior C, Vet C, and I think 22 plus C, I think was all on the same row. So I didn't do all that well in the start. But we're plodding along here. So this here, it's like any minute here I'm going to crash. And I didn't get going too fast. I was going too fast, but I'm not really right here. So you can just see here, hit, blip the throttle, blip it again, and whack! Yeah, you can hear sounds of death. Just let that play. Yeah, I landed so that the bike is, I think, squishing my ankle. Something hit my ankle. All I can think of is the Nerf bar in the ground has smashed it. Also my back. I think I might have landed. I'm not sure if I landed on something. There's a tree right here. I don't know if I hit that tree. Landed at the base of the tree. Someone got my bike up off me, so thankful for that person there. Shout out to them. But it was, yeah, I just about couldn't see. It was hurting so bad. But starting to get my breath a little bit. The pain starting to subside. I feel like I'm maybe not going to die. It was, you know, when you get older there, you hit the ground, there's always a 50-50 chance on whether you get back up. This day I felt maybe I was leaning toward the other way, but thankfully here, grabbed a hold of that tree, got up. Just create, I'm right in the, you can see it's really wooded right here, and I'm like hogging the whole area and just caused a major bottleneck, and I really apologize to people. There's nothing, you know, right off the start line, I've come around the corner and have some yahoo cause a bottleneck. It's just aggravating, but I just couldn't, there wasn't nothing I could do about it. I'm just hanging on by a thread. Everyone was very patient. You can see people piled up everywhere. It's just like, oh my God. Now I'm trying to get my bike started. It won't start. I'm barely hanging on anyway. I don't know what's going on with it here. If it's flooded or It's just one of these things here. I'm going to get off here in a second here and try pushing the thing, and this is, my foot's just killing me at this point in time. I don't know what it is. It feels like it's burnt really bad, but obviously it didn't get burnt, but that's what it feels like. It just feels like it got burnt. But I'm going to try to get off here and try pushing my bike out of the way. My back's hurt so bad I can barely move, but trying to do something. I'm not sure where the next group is. I'm going to do my best to get this out of the way. There wasn't a lot of spots to move it. Between my back right now and my foot, I can barely move anything. I got to try to push it up this hill. But yeah, a lot of moaning and groaning here, but I make it here. So for whatever reason, now I get on the bike, and I don't know if it just wasn't having enough agony or what, but now the bike pretty much starts back up. So it maybe just needed a few seconds there to settle down, or maybe there was some dirt in the kill switch, or yeah, there it hits first time. I don't know why I didn't do that before. I'm kind of stuck right here, so I'm going to just kind of back up a little bit. Work my way through this mess, get back on the track. So I did check my front tire. I didn't know if I hit the tree. Looks like I just tagged it on the outside, was good. But I didn't know at the time if I hit something, maybe my bumper's straight, so I was kind of wondering there, did I hit something like hit my A-arms, tear a ball joint off or something like that. So it's hard to tell. Nothing was really feeling too goofy here, so I'm kind of getting up here, but I'll pull up here a little bit. I'm just kind of a little nervous, trying to get the cobwebs out, see if there's anything visually wrong. It seems to be riding okay, but I'm going to pull off right here and just do one more check here. I just want to make sure something's not hanging off or something like that. I'm getting the dumb idea to keep riding here. This was honestly, something like this happens to you, man, you should just pull over, but I'm pumped up. And I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm not seeing anything wrong. So I'll go check the other side there. Oh, fuck. Sorry for the language. I'm just, maybe I didn't check the other side. It was a quick visual. But yeah, not really seeing anything wrong. But man, it's just my back's, I don't know, whatever the heck hit my back or I hit my back on. It's still, even today, this is Monday evening, it's just killing me. I don't know. Hopefully there's nothing wrong there. Hopefully it's not one of these things I waited out a day and ended up going to the doctor or something like that. Like I got cracked back rib or something back there. Something's off for sure. It's kind of funky. It's not my normal back pain, thankfully. I got through that. This is something else going on. So coming through the track here, it's kind of rough. Again, I'm going to go extra slow through this stuff here. I'm just not really sure. One, I don't know why I decided to keep riding, but then it's still my first lap, and super cautious. The last thing I want to do is to wreck her. Again, wasn't positive on my bike. There's some straightaways here. There's one section here farther down, probably 3/4 of the way through the track. It's just a couple of huge straightaways with some back and forth, that kind of stuff. You could really, it looks like it was going to be a lot of fun. I don't think I got out of third gear. Maybe I hit fourth there, but I was not going very fast on these straightaways. Some of these ones were rough, and I just didn't want to take a chance of, having something pop off or some other screwy thing there. So I thought I hit that tree harder. Look, again, it just glanced off the outside of the wheel and popped me over. But here's a nice little hill. Kind of nice there. It's a little rough, a little off camber right here, but you just got to stay easy on the gas. And this is a powdery section here. There's a couple times there I get passed right there, but I pull way off in the grass. But then it's dusty going down here. You can see it's pretty deep right here, but it's just all silt. Underneath the ground, though, it's all really good. But it's a fair downhill here. Just on the brakes hard again. Just not riding aggressive at all. But yeah, a fair amount of roots. The track was extra rough there. Last time I remember, I don't remember it being so rough there, but it's obviously the bikes ran yesterday, motorcycles, and so it looks like they've chewed up some dirt, so it's probably exposed some stuff that wasn't here. So now we're running down a fence line. It's got a lot of whoops in it, so I'm just hanging in there. Another real silty corner. It's like we're in for a downhill. There's some pretty good downhills on there. One's actually a grassy downhill. I don't know how the grass got like that, but it was really slippery. It's not this one. This here was a short one. Now we're kind of doing some off camber, and it looks like we're gonna, just ride along here this ridge. So there's also some fairly tight spots. There's one really bad spot. It goes for a way. There's not much you can do. Now I'm just heading downhill, trying to kind of go off to the right. So that one was a little bit, you were kind of having to do a turn, so I just kind of like it more straight. So this is a nice hill here. I should have gone to the right. It's much better line than this one right here. This one's really rough, and you got that tree there you got to watch out for. The second lap, I pulled a wheelie a little bit there, and got a little closer than I would like. The third lap, someone was stuck up there, and so I took the right line. It's like, man, this is really nice. I should have went this way the whole time. I guess I should have just tried it, but I don't know. Yeah, now I'm actually a little bit lost, trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, some of the times there, once I find a line and I make it, this is this downhill grass section. Once I find a line, I take it, I just usually continue to take it. It's like, well, if I made it, there's no sense risking it. I'll just keep going that route. But that was a bad decision there. It was a lot easier going the other way. A lot safer, too. So here's this big section. This came up quicker than I thought. But this one here, man, it looked like you could really get some high speed on this one. I think this is it. Yeah, I'm in fourth gear, but I'm not ripping by any means, you can see. But it's just, this is one here. It's got a big sweeping corner. I'm still just trying to look to see where it's at, but man, you can just see this thing. You could hang it out on here on this grass. You can just a big sweeper right here. It comes down into another one. It's fairly smooth. There's not a lot of big bumps and stuff. There's a few things you got to watch out for, but this is a pretty good section. Some of the people we're going through, they're just hanging off their bikes really on the gas. I was a little jealous because these are kind of the things that I like. But just, again, wasn't 100% sure if I wasn't going to have a bike problem somewhere, so I wasn't going to get any extra speed on anything. Unfortunately, also there, as the laps went, I ended up going 3 laps again. I should have never taken it here, but it starts off here. My back didn't feel so bad about this time, but my leg started throbbing, and then about halfway through the second lap, my leg continued to throb, and then my back started bothering me worse. So here's a pro hill. Someone here came down pretty hard, so they're kind of waving me off here. I just said to heck with it there. Took the bypass. This bypass is a long bypass. It's got to be I don't know, 30-45 seconds or something like that. I was trying to wonder. I kept looking here to make sure I was going the right way. It's like they are taking me completely the opposite way up the hill. So I'm going a little extra slow here. I'm seeing the arrows, but it's like, man, where the heck? I don't know if they were routing them up the hill and back down the hill, because this is a super long bypass, but it's how it goes. A little mud right here. But yeah, we're finally just right here, I think, starting to get to the hill. This is how long this is. Now I gotta go all the way back and double back up to where that hill was. I mean, this is a huge time one. But it's pretty flat right here. You can rip along pretty good. So I'm still checking here to make sure I'm going the wrong way, but I'm finally, so now I'm just back to where that pro hill was. So I don't know how long that was, but it was a fair amount of a distance. So leaning off to the right again, just trying to get lined up for this you can see it's a downhill right between two trees, and just got to make sure you line yourself up right. Continue to go downhill here. This is good. They're kind of rough all the way. A little tight section here, just trying to get my way through. So yeah, now we're kind of down to this ravine area here. It's pretty deep in this area. A lot of ruts you had to get through. Didn't have any problems on it, but it was really you had like obviously dirt bikes. One rut was super deep and the other one wasn't, so you're leaning off, dragging the skid plates and stuff like that. It's really rough, so you got to keep your speed up, but there's just a ton of trees here you're trying to get between. So I think that's one of the leaders. So I'm about probably halfway through the first lap and I'm already getting lapped. It just, that crash really took some time. Yeah, so from now on out, I'm going to have all the leaders starting to come by, so I'm being cautious on there, make sure I don't hold anybody up. You can see here, it's a little bit of dust, but not super bad. It calmed down right away. We're picking our way up there. A couple like spots like this where you're just trying to go through trees. Really just got to go slow, make sure you're lined up well. And here comes somebody. Yeah, this whole section here is fairly rough, fairly tight. I think I might have some more people coming up behind, I'm not positive. Yeah, there's one guy. Just trying to get up through this section here. Hopefully find a spot to pull over. Oop, a few of them. Yeah, I tell you, the Recluse is really nice. You don't even got to shift it. I just give it the gas. There's so much torque on this bike. You just drive it. Don't worry about anything else. There's just a quick downhill. You got to just be a little mindful at the bottom. It's very V-shaped, but you can see there's just a lot of powdered dirt if you get off track. Yeah, I've been out of pocket this week, so I'm not sure when the last time they got rain. It could be a week or two, so that's going to make it difficult. These tracks will start falling apart after a while if they get too dry. Yeah, so just plod along here, trying to get my way around here. Again, I raced this track once before. I'm not sure if we're running backwards. I just didn't really have almost no memory of this one. So it's all kind of new for me. Little tricky little hill there. Back out just for a quick blip, and someone's coming up behind. Yeah, a little bit of difficult seeing here. Yeah, a little bit of an open section. You can get a little bit of speed going in this section here for a little while. Didn't really know it, but it goes for a while here. Definitely got to watch out for some trees, be mindful of stuff. There's a few bumps on one side versus the other. It could toss you, but other than that, you can go along here pretty well. I got someone else coming up here, it sounds like. Yeah, here's some more brakes squeaking somewhere. Yeah, I feel like we're into this tight section here. I'm not positive. There's one really nasty section there. Yeah, that doesn't look like it, or it was short-lived. Yeah, we'll again navigate between two trees. Make up this hill here a little bit. Not too bad. Again, you can see it's leaning off to the right. This little section here it's leaning to the right. You had some trees. You kind of going up on an angle. It's one of those things. You just had to goose it to keep your momentum to go straight there. Otherwise, you could be into some problems. But you can see the big berm on the right side. It's just trying to keep the bike upright. That's what I should have done there earlier in this lap, but too late for that. And there's another one of these little tight, little short downhills here. Just making sure you don't hit something. Yeah, this is kind of one of the tighter sections of the woods. A lot of these little ditch things that we keep going through. More dust to eat there. Stalled the damn thing on me. Yeah, a little ditch to navigate. They did put some little bridges down the bottom, which is nice. It's just not smack into the bank. So I feel like there's someone else behind me here. I'd be nervous pulling off in this dense stuff there. There might be a stump over there. A little bit of a straightaway here. Boy, it's tough. Though I've done 3 laps, it's difficult to remember what the heck's coming up even on this video. So here's a little split line. I took the left on this one all the time as well. Never did try the right again. This was a pretty easy route, so I just stayed that way. I don't know if that other one was better. Now we're getting through these sticks and stumps, and yeah, I think this might be the real bad section. Who knows? There's a couple of bad sections on it. This is one of them, I think, as well. It's just really tight. Trying to pick your way through some trees. Hopefully someone comes up on you when you got a bypass there. Makes it nice. Someone filled that hole in there with some logs, which was nice. He didn't just get hung up. It was really rough getting through here. And I think this one was fairly short, so I think we're pretty much coming to the end of the really tight stuff. Yeah, a lot of dust right here in this area. Not on the camera, but it's real thick powdery stuff there it's going through. Yeah, there are some spots here it's a little difficult to navigate. It's hard to see where things are at. Wasn't quite sure where the arrows were at, so you see me looking around quite a bit. That's typically what it is, trying to make sure I'm still on the track or which way to go. Yeah, so this is I think a pretty long uphill, but you can look at it's a lot of whoops. So
Not really hitting it super fast. Yeah, the sun's really bright out. Really started picking up the heat. But it wasn't too bad. I wasn't really sweating all that bad out here. It's probably just agonizing more than I was worried about the heat. Yeah, you can take a run through that dip. It's not that bad. It's just trying to avoid any unnecessarily bumps. I took a little bit of a detour there. Also, I thought there was someone else coming up around. It's a good spot for them to pass me. Yeah, you can see my right handguard kind of pointing down there. I'll have to do a little bit of work on that. Yeah, just going on a long downhill again. It's got a lot of whoops in there, so you can't get going too fast there, but just not really sure what's coming up. So it's taking, again, still my first lap. So I was trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, you listen close, there's a lot of cussing and swearing underneath my breath. Man, it's just, I'm wishing, what the heck am I doing out here riding? And then, you know, I'll go through the finish line and I just keep going and keep going and going. It's just like, this is just ridiculous. And I finally got to the third lap. I thought they were going to throw like a white flag. They never did. I could have probably could have gotten at least another lap on this one. I just, again, it shouldn't have been out there as it was, and after my third lap, it's like, I gotta get off this bike or I'm gonna get stuck out here, and that's gonna be the end of it. I'm gonna be able to get loaded back up, so. But it turned out to be a good day overall. It was still fun coming out. Nice I got in and do a few laps, although they weren't all that great. At least I got to come out, do some riding anyway. Yeah, I was thankful those people were staring at me. You notice all those arrows were pointing off to where they were. The track went straight. So another pretty good hill here. Just had a couple of big whoops at the bottom of it. You can see here, it's got a few of them here bouncing around, but pretty nice. It's just a long, long hill. Nothing too drastic. Alright, a little bit of pop out in the woods here. I think we're coming up close to the end. Oh yeah. Just about every lap, about right here, someone passed me. And then you can see here, you can see how you can't see anything on the GoPro. And if you can imagine what it is to me, I'm just kind of flying blind right here. But every lap that I did, it was exactly, someone passed me right there. Like, oh no. But wasn't too bad. It could have really been bad from a dusty, so I'm not really complaining on the dust. A few of these guys by me here. Alright. A little bit of a tight section here. Alright, now I think I'm clear. Alright, well, wasn't much of a lap, but I made it, so hopefully it'll do better the next time.
128.
I got one more lap of video, and hope you enjoyed it. Y'all take care, and yeah, maybe we'll see you out there.